Okay, so we're recording now. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today, a couple of things. Okay, first of all, I want to go over how to create a real quick blog. And I was stupid because I created my blog this morning without thinking, because I was going to do it all from scratch. But I'll show you guys how I did it, okay, and how fast we did it. I just haven't syndicated it. So I'm going to show you how you can build a blog post in about 10 minutes, okay, with the daily shortcut stuff. So I'm going to go through that and show you how I do that, okay? I mean, it's sick how you can do that stuff now. The other thing that I'm really looking forward to is when all those emails, for all those people that are in the builder, okay, we get all those 100 different emails that David had made, right? So when we get those in the back office, which I think is next week, I'm going to go through and do some live stuff of how you can actually make a blog post with those letters, okay? You don't need a lot of content to make a very powerful blog post, okay? So I'm going to show you today how to take the DS and put it to your advantage in a blog post really, really quick. And
Carl,
that's, yep.
Carl, I watched that video of Dave's, and when he talked about that 100 or so emails that he's got, he said to start with, he's only giving them to new people, and we will get them later.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, because he said it's too much going into the system or something. So he said to start, it'll only be for new people. So we'll have to probably wait a little bit.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I mean, when they come, then I'll start doing stuff on that. But I'm going to be current with everything that's going on, just so you guys know. Anytime something new comes in, I'm going to train on it. The only thing I may not be training on right away would be the webinar thing and stuff like that, because I think I'm going to wait till next month to upgrade to Elite. On that, I want to get everything rolling right now with what we have in Pro, and I think it's more important to get everybody plugged into the Pro. Look, the Pro is $27 a month. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, because it's $17 for the basic, and really what you guys need at our level right now, if you're in building, you need Pro, okay, to do everything that we need to do. So if you're at basic, consider getting to Pro, because there's a few little extras in there that you're going to need, okay? And that's what I'm going to be teaching on. So basically, if you are at basic, you're going to see a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, but some of it you may not have access to, okay? All I'm saying is that you want to run a really, really strong, powerful business. You got to have the right level of tools to do that. And the Pro is perfect. It's got everything you need to run your business. The Elite is if you want to take it to the next level, okay? And it's quite a bit there, right? And I don't even know when that is. I know Mike and John were saying, just get the Elite. See, I don't think like that, okay? I don't tell my people to go out and buy something that they're not going to use. I want people to be, if I'm going to tell them to go get Elite, then they got to start using it. But I think the majority of people right now are not going to use those tools. And some of them won't even figure out how to use them because they're a little bit complex. I'll be honest with you, okay, on some of that stuff. And that's me, okay? And if Mike and John see this, they're probably going to rip me a new you-know-what, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. I tell it like it is. I just, I believe that we need to have everything that we need to make our business grow, okay? Now, in my opinion, do you need all the products in Empower Network? Yes, you do. You got to be a product of the product, okay? I wasn't a product of the product for a bit. Now I am. I'm back up to black card level now, right? Where I need to be. And but to market your business, you need to have the right amount of tools to do that, okay? So, I mean, depending on where you are and how you do your marketing, it's going to be totally up to you, but I'm going to tell you from a standpoint of a business person in Empower Network what you guys need to have, okay? And you guys are all independent business people. You're all going to make your own independent decisions on whatever it is you guys want to do, okay?
So, Carl, how much is the Elite one, do you know?
It's $97 a month.
Well, I've already got that.
It's a big jump from 27 to 97. Okay.
Yeah, I've already got that.
Yeah. See, I was paying the Elite here since it came out. I was Elite.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they just put the webinar system into there, just after I canceled it, because I canceled my Elite about 4 or 5 days ago. I downgraded 4 or 5 days ago to the Pro, and then yesterday they go, oh, this is what's going to be an Elite. Oh, well, now you pay, right? So it's like, you know what? I mean, I just look at it like this. I'm going to get it eventually, but they're very, very powerful tools that Klaatu has. But in my opinion, I think you need to be more established in your business. Once you're established in your business and you've got everything rolling and you understand Klaatu Cloud, you understand how all the functionality works at pro level, that's when you make the move, okay? Because that's got to be seamless right from when you're starting, okay? Like yesterday when we were on our team call, there were so many questions being asked about how do you use this. When I hear questions like that, I'm not talking Elite to anybody at this point, okay? Because if we have to be answering a lot of questions at that level, imagine what's going to happen when we send them there, okay? To the more complex stuff that you'd like the conferencing, like the webinar conferencing. Now, what the webinar conferencing is basically allowing you to set up a playing webinar that looks like it's live, but it's not. It's a recording that goes. But it functions as if it's a live one. So in other words, throughout the webinar, when it starts, you will see people slowly trickling in. And these aren't real people, they're bots that are coming in there. But it looks like a real one, so people look like, you know, when the real people that go in, they go, oh, look at all these people. And that's what builds the excitement, you see. Okay? These things have been around for a very, very long time. You know, I'd say probably for about 6 years, right? But they've only been used by a handful of marketers because they've been very, very expensive to use. Now, what we have with the Elite and everything that's there, it's a massive, massive package. You can't get what we have in here for $97 a month anywhere on the internet. Hands down, guaranteed. You're going to pay $300 to $400 for what we have for $97 anywhere else. I know, because I used to have a lot of these things all over the place. Okay? I used to have a webinar system that I paid $197 a month for, but I didn't feel it was worth the value to me because I didn't have a big enough database to run to it. Okay? I didn't have the funds to be running traffic and that kind of stuff. So this is why I'm saying some of this stuff you need to be at a certain level in your business before you go to that. Now, again, people are going to disagree with me, and that's totally fine with me. Okay? This is strictly my opinion. You're your own business owners. You'll make your own decision on anything that we have. Okay?
Some of us are still catching up, Carl. We didn't even notice 10 letters.
I know. Well, look, I mean, you had the eye surgery, so you were out of the loop for about 2 weeks or so. You know, I mean, for you to come in and say, oh, you know, you better get to Elite, and now you got to try. First of all, you got to try and figure out how Klaatu is working. You got to get all that, and then meanwhile, you're paying for all this stuff that you're not even ready to use yet. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, how I work, you guys, and I work differently than a lot of other mentors that are out there. Like, you know, how I work is different from what John works and what Michael works and David Wood and everybody else. What I focus on is getting my people to make as much money as they possibly can with the least amount of cost. Okay? That's what I focus on. Because I focus totally on the profit side for my team. Okay? Because that's how I have retention. When you start focusing more on sell, you end up with a retention problem. Okay? So it's all a matter of how you market your business to retain retention in your business. You know, if I was constantly telling you every single day, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, rather than saying, this is what you need to do to make money doing this, 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 and this, there's a big difference between the two. If I keep telling you to buy this, 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 At some point in time, you're going to, flip me the bird and say, I'm out of here, and that's it, I'm done, right? It's going to go. So the thing is that what we're all trying to do, Michael, John, myself, and all the other leaders, is we want to get you guys focusing on exactly what you need to be focusing on, okay? And John and Mike have done a hell of a job with what they've done so far with team consistency and everything. I'm telling you, we can literally just send everybody to the team consistency site, and that sends them and tells them to do everything we need to do, because Dave takes over from there, right? But here's what's happening, and I'm seeing it all over the place. And I was guilty of it for a little bit too. What we're trying to do is tell everybody what they need to do. We're trying to tell too much about the business. We're talking ourselves out of a sale, is what's literally happening to so many people on the internet. The whole idea of a funnel system is to allow the funnel to do all the work. Everybody gets excited about a business. Everybody wants to tell everybody about it. But when you start doing that, what's happening is now you've taken away the curiosity, right? There's no curiosity anymore. There's no reason for them to go and fill out a form anymore, because you told them too much already, right? Like Rob has a really slick system that he uses within our team, and he puts very little information in there. And this is a guy who's been boss, what, 7 months in a row now, Rob?
Yep.
So, this particular system that he has, and again, I really can't mention it on here because I don't have just my team on here, but it's a very, very slick system that my entire team uses, that he created. And it allows, and what it does is it creates a lot of $2 sales. They're not doing the 7, they're doing the 2, but a lot of them are coming in through that, right? And it's the way that he developed this, because of what we have a high-end offering to people that are in there. It's very genius, actually, what Rob did, okay? And all it is that he is just giving a little bit of information. Doesn't even tell anything. If you want Rob, and if everybody's okay, I'll allow Rob to talk a little bit without giving the name of what it is, but just let him know what he does to kind of give you guys some ideas of what you can do, because I'm not here to do Rob's thing, okay? And besides, Rob doesn't even charge for it. But that's the cool thing about it.
I'm a real smart business guy, right? Yeah. But yeah, thanks, Carl. And anybody really can do something similar without getting into any specifics or anything. Just to talk about process and procedure. It's just a matter of you bring in, and I think that's one of the things in Power you're going to see more come of lead capture pages and ways to capture people into the funnel. So that's what we're going to be talking about with Michael on Friday. So I already have my homework done. I've had my homework done for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a funnel outside of Empower that leads people into Empower Network. And I don't get caught up on $2 offer, $7 offer, whatever, because the bottom line is all the people are going to sit and they're going to go through the 4 steps that are in Empower Network. And every one of those people are going to make that decision, whether they start that process, whether they go through all 4 steps and get into Six-Figure Builder, or they go through all 4 training steps within Empower and they say, no, I'm not going to pay the money. All you can really do is guide them. As soon as you bring somebody, I brought in a lady named Gwen. As soon as I get off the call here, she's on the West Coast. So I've been waiting all morning because I'm not going to call her 3 in the morning or something like that. I've been waiting for a reasonable time to call her. And based on what Carl just said, I've been thinking about this all morning. She may have a ton of questions. I deal with people all the time that are asking for, tell me everything. And I've gotten to the point of, no, you pay your money, and you go into the funnel, and then it'll all be, you got to trust me, it'll all be revealed. So that's basically what I'm going to tell Gwen. If she has a million questions for me, you know what, Gwen, go into your Power back office and start that training number 1 and go from there. So that's really, I think the whole thing is less is more. And that goes for your marketing, your own personal marketing that leads people. That's what I'm doing. I'm leading them into Empower, but it's simple. And then I put my hands up and I go, okay, like Carl said, Dave, over to you. Over to you. That's how I do my blog posts. I can't wait to see your blog presentation, because my blog presentation is I do a paragraph that basically says, this is some quick thoughts. Over to you, Dave. You click on your daily shortcut. I may have just stolen your thunder. I don't know. We'll see what you got on that, Carl. But that's it. Thanks,
Actually,
guys.
you just gave me an idea now because I don't do that. So.
I don't know. I didn't take that from you. No. I think it was on my own.
It's so cool. See, that's why I love these things, because we all come together and we bring different things to the table. I never thought about doing something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I do. It takes me 5 minutes.
You know,
I go grab an image. I make that my featured image. I paste the image into the body of the article that relates to the article. I write a short paragraph, and then I have a link that clicks over to the daily shortcut. That is it. It takes me. So it only adds 5 minutes onto a 30-minute process, and I'm looking at 35 minutes. Then I sit on my phone and I message people, hey, and I try to get them. And here's my final, not my final thing for today, but in this little segment, I have learned now a very valuable thing. I don't link anybody. I just basically say, would you like some really valuable, after I have a nice personal conversation with them about their selves or their kids or what they do for a living, can I get you some inspirational daily content? And I ask them to give me their email address, and I plug it in manually into Kolatu Cloud versus posting a link, which you're not really supposed to do anyway, I don't think, in Facebook Messenger and stuff. I don't post a link. I ask for their email address, and I plug it in. I have their name already. I plug it in, and there you go. So that's a couple things for you guys.
Well, you know what? That's really smart because they've given you that authorization already.
I'm getting a better play. It's a better feel good instead of being told, hey, you're a slick marketer and you're trying to get one over on me. They're like, if it's some nice content. So I'm selling now more the content and asking them to give me their email address, where I would then manually put it in the Kolatu Cloud versus the other way, giving them a link to a lead capture page. Which, if you go to the lead capture page, it's a different feel. It's talking about making money, 4 to 5 figures a month from the comfort of your home. That's a different audience, so that was a good learning. So make sure you guys are having those conversations, because that's part of your daily action plan. And don't limit yourself. If you have 3 hours to sit and go through every one of your contacts and try to have a conversation with them, do it. Whatever your time allows. But understand, time put into your business is money. It's money in your pocket. That's how it's done.
Wow, that's actually smart, man.
It's working.
Run these trainings.
Nah, that's good. You're good.
Okay, well,
Hey, I'd be happy to do a training at any day, any time, as long as.
Okay, you heard him, everybody. You heard him.
Yeah.
You committed now.
Join every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, I'll do something. That's for sure. I love doing trainings and stuff.
Good.
Awesome. Okay, so who wants to see me put together a blog post in about 10 minutes?
Me.
Okay.
I would like to.
So I'm gonna show you, and this is on the DS, every single day on the DS. Saturday, Sunday, a little bit different. You'll do something different there, and we can talk about that. Okay. But let me go and I'll share my screen, and we'll get to it right now. Okay. So I've actually pre-done it here, but I'm going to go through the process of how I got this. Okay. So the first thing I do, you guys can all see my screen, right? Okay.
Yes.
So the first thing I do is I scroll down to the bottom and I open up the today's swipe text messages. Okay, that's the first thing I open up. The second thing I open up is the PDF worksheet. Okay, these are the 3 things that I work with, and then obviously I have the actual video link. Okay, where the heck is it? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. Okay, so I have the video link. So this is what I do every single day. I open up this first. I grab this. This is the title of my blog. I copy that. I go over to my blog. Boom, there's the copy right there. Okay? Then the next thing I do is I go to this and I copy this. I save this picture. So I'll save the image as whatever it is, and I usually call it, the DS, the daily 16, so I know which one it is, and I have a folder that I save it in. Okay? So that's the next thing that I do. Next thing I do is I go to the worksheet, okay, which is the PDF worksheet, because this gives me all the content of what he's talking about on that video. Okay? So my first line, I think it was this, would be usually this here. I think that's what I grabbed. Yeah, right there. See? It's the first line. Actually, no, it wasn't. Actually, was it on the... Oh, it's right here. I grabbed this. Okay? And that was my first line that I always have, and it's always a heading 3. Okay? It's always not a heading 2 because 2 is way too big. 3 is just the right size. Okay? Then what I'll do is I'll go in, I listen to the video. I listened to this video 3 times. Okay? The first time, I watch it from start to finish. And then the next 2 times, I'm listening to it. Now, the reason I'm listening to it is because as I'm listening to it, I'm actually going through this, okay, which is the actual PDF copy of everything he says in that video, right? And the moment I hear something that I like, I go to it and I stop it, okay? And I see what's on the screen there. Sometimes he has writing on the screen, sometimes he doesn't. Lately, he hasn't been doing that, whereas he did in the first little bits, right? But I'll go through and I'll find out, because as I'm listening to that, I'm thinking about the same thing that possibly happened to me during that time frame, okay, or during that subject, right? Like here, he talked about how he went to Seattle Airport and Hare Krishna came up to him and gave him a letter or a book or whatever, and then tried to get money from him and stuff like that. Well, I had something very similar happen to me, okay? So what did I do? I kind of just word my own little thing in here, okay? So I have that copy of that title that I told you right here. I copied this. Then I go back to my blog and I write, in today's episode of the Daily Shortcut, you'll learn a really cool lesson on the power of reciprocity, right? It's about making your very first commission sale and how mine was very similar to Dave's, right? So I'm not copying all the content that's in there. I'm just writing a couple of lines on something that's similar, right? Then the hardest part of business is getting started and learning it, right? And then I have watch today's episode of the Daily Shortcut now and have it hyperlinked to the video, okay? Now, in blogging, this is really, really important, and they don't really talk that much about it, okay? But this is hyperlinking text, okay? So here's what you need to do. Write this down. In all of your blogs, okay, you need to have a keyword that you have down here, your SEO keyword. You need to have that in here, okay, one of the keywords. It doesn't have to be the same keyword. One has to be bolded. One has to be in italics, and one needs to be underlined, okay? Then you need to have one set of text. It could be a sentence, it could be a word, it could be a couple of words that are hyperlinked to your offer, whatever it is. And you have to have at least one picture that is hyperlinked to your offer, okay? So did you get all that? Bold, italic, underline, hyperlink text, hyperlink picture. Very, very crucial things in blog indexing, okay? So in here, I haven't really completed this because I just about completed it. I haven't even done my video. I normally put a video in here as well. I haven't done my video yet. I usually put a video on every single one of mine. And what
Sorry,
my
Carl,
video
can
is,
you do that again? Carl, can you say that again?
say which?
Have,
Okay, so the 5 things you need to have:
yeah.
the bold keyword, an italicized keyword, an underlined keyword, a hyperlinked text like I have here, where I got watch today's episode, and I have it hyperlinked going to this video here of today's Daily Shortcut, okay? And then you have one picture that is hyperlinked to that same video, okay? Because the spiders, when they come to your site, what these spiders are is they are information and they want to trigger all kinds of different actions that are in there. And the more actions you have, the higher the ranking of your blog post, okay? Now, the other thing is, depending on your video and how it's put in, I use a YouTube video, okay? So in my YouTube video, when I do a YouTube video, in the description, I actually have the blog post. So when I go to view my blog, this is the link that I have in my video, okay? So when you have a video in there and you've got your blog link in there, that also gets indexed, okay? And that's a big extra for you, okay? Now, a lot of you might be saying, well, that's a lot of work. Well, I can do a blog post just like this in 10 minutes with all the hyperlinking, with all of that stuff, okay? So
Can you repeat that YouTube bit?
for $49.95, I'll repeat whatever you want. Okay, so what happens is I create a video on YouTube, okay? And
Oh, this is your own video. You make a video.
yeah, I make my own personal video, and my video is about 2 to 3 minutes long, and all I do in my video is I go, you know, I'm talking about perpetual contrast and the power of reciprocity today, okay? And what this is all about is basically how you're going to reciprocate with people. And, you know, we're going to talk about a first sale, because that's what today's daily episode's all about. Now, I'll go into a couple of key things that'll be in here, and then I'll say at the end, I'll say, you know, you really need to listen to what Dave had to say here. It's kind of comical. You got to listen to it, but because it gives you a lot of value to your business. So click the link below, the button below that says the Daily Shortcut. And I have a button there, and I tell them in my video, and I point down, click that button below and go watch it now, right? I always end my video with a call to action. Now, we've always talked about that. Dave and John talk about Mike and John talk about that all the time. Every video they do has a call to action in it, okay? So these are just the key things that I'm sharing with you guys now that you can put in your blog, okay? If you're,
sorry, Carl, that call to action that you've got on the bottom of your blog that's in YouTube, that call to action takes them to your blog?
Here, let me show you. I'll load up my my YouTube account here. Just give me a sec. I should have had that on screen here. Just give me a sec to load that. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here's my one from yesterday, because I haven't done today's video yet. Okay, so in the actual description down here, okay, I have the link. I have the link to my blog. Okay, my blog link is in here. So I would take in my video today, I will take the link to my blog post. Okay, and when I do my video, that's the link I put right here. So whenever somebody goes to my video, that link is there, which is going to drive them back to my blog again. Okay? And that indexing helps you with your, the spider indexing helps you with the ranking of your blog. Okay? And also your YouTube video. Okay? And then again, when you're doing a YouTube video, and John talks about this in his training, right? You want to take this topic, okay? So you'll take, let me just grab it from here. Okay, so you're going to take this topic here, and you're going to go into YouTube, and you're going to do a search. You're going to search that topic, okay, and see what comes up. So what comes up, you're seeing now we've got, you know, this one here is up here. It's brand new, hasn't, there's no views to it yet, so somebody just, well, they haven't done something right on there. But you'll see that, oh, this is not a good one. Hang on. Let me just take some of that off. I'm not sure why that didn't come up. I might have it shortened. Okay, so you're going to see social proof. So if you were to type social proof in as one of your keyword tags in your video, it'll be attached to these 74. Like when the search comes up, it'll fall into the same, it'll show on the same screen as a lot of these other ones that are showing social proof. See, 87,000 here, 7,400, 2,600. So if I went back to my video and I shorten my topic to say social proof, right? Or I just did social proof creates unconscious responses. Let's even try that one. Let's try that one. And it might, because that comma in there might have caused the difference. Okay? Now you can see how a lot more stuff is coming up here. You see it's all coming up with that. So if I had renamed mine, which I'm probably going to do right now, okay? I'm going to change my my title here. I'm going to save the changes on there now. I'm going to do a refresh. Now, whether that comes up or not now, I don't know, but we're going to see. We're going to go to a search. So it may take a bit of time before it pops up here now because I changed the title, but it'll pop up on this first page now on the search. Okay, that's what would normally happen. Okay, now I've kind of gone from one thing to the other. I kind of got off the blog thing. So let's get back to the blog. Okay, so what I've done here is getting back to the blog. I have this that I took off of the Daily Shortcut right here out of the episode 16. Okay, then I wrote my own little thing about the Daily Shortcut. Now, how to create this? Where did I get that? I went down into so I was scrolling down through here, and I found, here it is here, okay? So I grabbed this as a title, right? I went back to my blog, and I put that in here, see? Right there. And I went back here, and I grabbed this. Oops. Gotta be careful with that. I grabbed this, okay? Just this little bit here. I copied this, and I went back and I pasted it in here, okay? Then I ended it with, to find out more, watch today's episode, okay? So I'm giving them just a, they're reading through this and they're going, you know, they're getting into this thing, they're going, oh, what? So I'm going to click there to find out more about it. Now, these pictures, where did I get them? Okay, well, there's the picture I got off of the PDF document, okay? And then I get this one from the video, from the link.
Wow.
Okay? So all I did was copy it. You just right-click, save image, right? Save image as, boom, right there. And you do the same thing on here. You go down, right-click, save image. Where's this saved image? Oh, I think I actually copied this one out. I have a little software I use to copy that out. I think I did that. Yeah, you can't do it off there. I actually had to copy that off. So there's a lot of little like snippets or whatever you can use to grab that out of there. I use a little thing called, what's mine called? I forget what it's called. Screenshot it, right? And if you guys want to copy that, I'll give it to you for free. It's, you know, you can use that if you want. Okay, and all it does is just allows me to go. I'll show you how easy it is. Here's my screenshotted here right now. Okay, so I don't know if you can actually see it on the screen, but what I do is I'll go through and I'll browse and I'll pick wherever I want it to go. Can you guys actually see that or not?
No, it's just blank.
Oh, it's just blank. Okay. So anyways, I use the software and then I just go and I just copy around this and boom, I have the thing there. So I think I got a training on that thing anyways. But the point I'm trying to make is that the pictures are there. And if you don't find it here, you can go to Google and find something about psychological contrast. So we could go here. We'll take that, open up a new screen here, paste, and search psychological contrast in there. Oops. Right. Hang on.
Right. Oh, Ben non, je l'ai checké un matin, puis t'as pas gagné, fait que je l'ai fourré à
I just got to mute. Okay, so psychological contrast picks. Okay, this is how easy it is. And then I go through, and here's some picks that come up. So I go and I look, and I find out, you know, if there's anything in here that would be interesting enough. Oh, look at that. He talks about Robert Cialdini. So now you can take his book and put that in if you wanted to, right? And then you can hyperlink that back to your blog post or to the daily shortcut link. Okay, so that's how simple it is to find stuff, guys. I mean, this blog post I did took me, I think, about 8 minutes to do. I have my own little images that I have. So I have my own custom image here that I got, and then I have my name, my phone number, and my Skype at the bottom. Always, I want everybody to contact me, right? So that's how quick and easy it was to make this. Now, you know, for me to explain this, it took me about 22 minutes. But if I was just going in and just clipping through these things and grabbing the stuff, it's just cut, paste, boom, done. Right? Any questions?
Yeah, Carl, real quick on the text that you hyperlinked, does the words within that have to be keywords?
No, they don't.
Okay.
But I always do that. Like, you know, if I'm going to do like watch the daily shortcut, I will make sure that that is in, and I don't think I actually have it in my keywords at the bottom, so I think I've ever put it in.
You know, weight-wise, it's
I think
probably
I forgot to do that.
more than 4 people. It's just,
Oh no, daily shortcut. See, I've got it in there. So I don't have to worry about that, and it's done. And the only thing I had to do was
I didn't.
underline something. So I haven't done that yet. So I'll just go and I'll underline something. So now I've got a keyword underlined, right? I got my daily shortcut hyperlink. I got it italicized
Somebody
here.
needs to mute. I can't hear.
Mute some. Okay. Let's see who's not muted.
Because of something that I learned when I started affiliate marketing in 2009 where the air changed my life.
There we go. Okay. So I got everybody muted. I don't know how to mass mute people. I'm sure there's probably a way, but so I've got my italicized one here. I've got my bolded one here, right? I've got my underlined one here. I've got my hyperlinked one here. And if we click on here, there it is, going to today's daily shortcut, okay? So everything I have that's absolutely necessary is all done in here. And all that takes like seconds to do that, okay? And then, of course, I always select one of my pictures to be my feature image. In this case, it's the ball, right? So that's my feature image. And it's the same one I put for my Facebook posts. Okay, so here I've taken 25 minutes to explain that. And, you know, take 10 to 12 minutes out of the explanation, and that's how long it took me to make this blog post. Okay, now, for the rest of the daily shortcuts, well, that's all easy, right? Because we have everything given to us. So we take our Twitter, we throw it into Twitter. We have our Facebook post, we just copy, we add your link there, boom, it's into Facebook. That takes, what, 5 seconds, right? Then you got your text message, your email message, this one here. Let's do this one. Okay, I think I did this already today, but what the hey. Okay, because everybody was asking about this yesterday. I think Cosmos, you were asking, right? How do we do a Klaatu message? Right? Was it you that was asking that yesterday?
I don't think Cos is on. She couldn't get on before.
Oh, yeah, she's here. I see her.
Yeah, I got
here?
to, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Missed some of it, but
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. What was happening is that it wasn't showing up in the back office, and
Okay.
it sent messages.
Okay, so let's just cover the rest of this. Are we all done here? Okay, the last thing you want to do, obviously, is I just got to update this because I did a change. And you guys are all syndicating your blog posts, right?
Explain what that means, Carl.
Okay, I'm going to show you what syndicating is right now. Okay, but it's just saving right now. Come on.
I think internet is slow.
Yeah, it's because I'm on Zoom and everything here too, so I just shut down a bunch of stuff too. Come on. Okay, we'll just wait for a sec for that thing to come up. Basically, oh, here it is here. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh this page, okay, because it has content I updated on it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now that one's doing it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to open up another tab. No, that's not working either. So I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so here we are right here. And this is the new post that I did. So syndicating it is using these social media. So I would click on the Facebook, and then normally what I'd do, because I don't want it to show the same information I have there, what I normally do is I will go to here and I'll grab one of the Twitter posts, okay? So, you know, according to this experience there, I'll just grab this and I'll copy that. I'll go back over to my post and I will put it in here, and I'm not sure why this is showing up like this. It should have the actual picture in here.
We can only see a black page.
No, you can? That's all you guys see? You guys don't actually see the blog or anything?
You can see the blog at the back.
Oh, but you're just seeing a black box on top. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically what happens here, I won't do it then right now. What happens is when you click this, it pops up a window that has your blog post in it, and it allows you to add some extra text. So normally what I will do is I will go to the actual PDF, or not the PDF, but the actual link to the PDF, all that's on here that has this link, and I will grab one of the Twitter messages. So it's different that this information that I'm going to post in that little window is different from anything that's in my actual blog post. Does this make sense? Or have I lost everybody?
Makes sense.
I lost because I don't know how you're making different.
Okay. So each one of these is going to pop up a different window that's going to actually connect to your accounts. This will connect to your Twitter. This will connect to your Pinterest and Gmail and Facebook. When you click that up in this box, unfortunately, it doesn't show that. Maybe I can stop sharing and reshare that box. Let me see if I can do that.
Delete that box, black box.
Okay, do you see it now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so this is what the box looks like when I click on the Facebook. So normally what will happen in here, it'll populate the website, but there's something slow on the site for some reason. It's not loading. So it'll actually show a picture, the picture that I had on my blog, right? And the blog post. And then I take that Twitter message and I paste the Twitter message in here. So you guys can see what I just posted in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I leave it with the actual hashtags karma, hashtags gift, because it helps with the actual syndication in Facebook itself. So people will see this. It'll trigger the people who have karma and gift in their searches or whatever, right? So they'll come up and they'll see my blog post and be able to come and watch it. And then I'll turn around, I'll just click post to Facebook. Okay?
Okay.
So
I have a question.
Yep.
How everywhere in Twitter, Facebook, and your blog, everywhere is your link name the same?
What do you mean?
You wanted to know. Is on your Twitter, on your blog, everywhere is the same?
That's because I went into the back office and I did the mapping. Okay?
Okay.
That's where the mapping is. Like, I'll show you guys where that is. I'm not going to go into the mapping today, though. Okay? but I'll show you that. Okay, so in your back office of your blog, where's my blog that I should have done? Okay, so you're going to go down to where it says domain mapping at the very, very bottom.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to go in there, and there's some videos in there that are going to actually explain the domain mapping. There's something going on funky with the site, so I don't know what it is, but it might be because of Zoom. I'm not sure. Okay, but you'll go in and you do the mapping, and what that does is that anytime you have any page or whatever that shows up, it will automatically default to your domain name. Okay.
Good.
And,
Okay.
and the reason that is that there's a lot of, like with social media and a lot of other marketing sites or advertising sites, they don't allow to have either really long extensions, because if you notice, like some of mine were really, really long, that just shortens it out. Okay. And sometimes they don't like the fact of any kind of affiliation to that. So if you've got a site that has all kinds of affiliation on it, it's gonna show that in the code. When you're mapping it, it takes that out. It hides that code. Okay, make sense?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so you need to go through and watch the videos on that, because that's a training for another time on the mapping. Plus, they have it all there in videos, anyways. Okay, I covered lots today. Probably mind much to a few of you out there. Good thing is, it's being recorded, so you can watch it over again. Okay?
How we can get the recording link?
For $49.95, you can get anything you want from me.
Okay.
No,
No problem.
no, it's,
Only for you.
I'm gonna have a page set up with my PayPal button. No, I'm just kidding.
PayPal.
Okay. Thank you, Carl. Love you.
You can go. All of my recordings are always going to be available at hangoutwithcarlh.com. Okay, that's where the latest one is. And then once, like today, Tuesdays will now go into the archive. And then if you click the button below, it'll take you to my YouTube site. And if you're a subscriber, then you can go into my YouTube site and watch all the previous recordings that I have. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Judy and Cosmo, for the commenting on the Facebook.
Yeah, you had a birthday. You didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
There you go. Happy birthday. So is there anything else anybody wants me to cover? Hopefully I covered a lot that helped you out today.
Oh, yeah. Can I just ask a question? When you went through that email, so does that mean that there's 2 emails going out each day? One that you go in that's already in the back office, and then the one that's on the shortcut sheet.
Okay. I don't think anything gets sent out. I think you have to send it all out unless...
But if you go into Kalatu and you're going to send the letter, the ones that I'm supposed to be sending, but you go in and find number 13 or whatever it is,
yeah,
and you go through all the sections and you get it all ready and you send it.
Yep.
So then you come into the daily shortcut and there's an email there to send. So
That's
that
the
means
same one.
That's a different
That's the same
email.
Is it a different email?
I think it is, yeah.
I thought it was the same. Okay.
Let's go and check. Okay. I don't, because what I do, you guys, I don't wait for them to put that in there, because sometimes it takes them a few hours, and I'm up like right away. So I just go in there and I just send it out myself. I just make my.
So is that the same email, or are they getting 2?
Okay, we're going to go and check that right now. Well, again, I don't think that the actual system mails anybody that. You actually have to go in and do that. I don't think.
Yes, I just learned that.
Now, I could be wrong. Like yesterday.
No, that doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Okay, because yesterday, what Jesse was talking about is you can set up triggers.
Yeah, they're different.
So that's different. Like you actually have to go in and set up a trigger for people. You got to actually hook them up to that group and set the trigger to actually send them each one every day.
Yeah, no, that's different. That's
But
different.
it doesn't do the current one, I don't think.
No, but the letter that's already in the back office, so if we're on number 15, you go in the back office and you see number 15, you open it up, you go through all the stages and you send it to your list or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that email. When you come back into the shortcut document, the email that's in there is
I
that.
think it is the same. It's the same one.
So why would you send that out twice?
You wouldn't.
My question is, why not?
Well, no, I'm just asking.
Okay.
Is that what you do?
Here's something that David shared with us the other day that was very cool that I never even thought to do. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to share my screen again and show you. Okay, this is what David shared the other day. Oops, I gotta log in. Okay, so here we are in our emails. Okay, so we go down and David shared this the other day. Okay, you can see that I sent out your first commission today, right? And to 1,575 people, 79 have opened it for click. So what you can do is show more on that, and this thing is in the way all the time. Okay. Oops, that's not the right one. Sorry. Hang on a second. I got to go back to this. Okay, so we click on the actual email, and it shows how many people didn't open it, right? So now, this is what you'd want to do. When you send it out in the morning, and you have all these people that have opened it, let's say I sent this out at 7:58 in the morning. So at, say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I go and I click on this, and I want to send them a quick campaign. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to the daily shortcut. I'm going to select, here's number 16, right? And it's going to select it to, oops, did I do that right? Nope, I didn't do it right. Hang on. Unopened. Oh, send email to this list. So I click on send email to that list. Okay. I go to the daily shortcut. I go all the way down to number 16, right? It's already selected those who didn't open it. So you go next. And then what David does, okay, he clicks on the letter builder, goes in here, and then he ends up putting in here, he says, some to the point of, he put, earlier today I sent this out, not sure if you opened it. I wanted to make sure you're not left out on anything, so I'm sending it to you again. Something like that. And here is the message. And then boom, you save it, and you send it off to those people who didn't open it. That's the purpose of resending. You wouldn't send it to the same people that opened it. You send it to the people who didn't open it. Make sense?
Now, is the email the same now?
The email will be the same. Like this is the same email. Okay,
is this email that you're sending out?
Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. Okay, so I'm just going to close some of this stuff off here. Okay, so we're going to go and just do the quick campaign.
Yeah.
Okay. Daily shortcut, number 16. Okay, it's in there. Boom. Oops, I got to pick something here. Okay.
List.
Yeah, I'm just click. I don't got anybody there. Okay, so now we're here, and do you remember anything? Yeah, it's the same one.
Right.
Yep, it's the same email. Okay, which is good because it has everything in it. It's got your name. It's got everything in it. You don't have to worry about anything, right? It's all done.
And where it says my affiliate link and on the
bottom. Yeah, you don't touch this. This will automatically pick up your affiliate ID. This will automatically pick up your name. You don't touch
mine is already in. I don't have to do anything. It shows my
you don't have to do anything unless you want to go and change my full name to your signature, whatever. Totally up to you. But this, you don't have to touch anything. It's already done.
Carl, everything in Colossal Cloud has been linked or either synced up. This lessens the amount of work that we have to do manually, correct?
Okay, can you repeat that again?
This lessens the amount of work we have to do when it comes to setting up our affiliate IDs and such things in Colossal Cloud. Everything's kind of pretty much like linked.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Anything that's already pre-set up for you in there is pre-set up with your ID and your name. So all you have to do is just click next, 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 boom, it's gone.
Yeah, but you've got your photo in yours. I had to add the photo.
So that's only if you do it. Well, that's in your signature. If you want to do the signature, the second time around, I won't bother. Like when I'm sending a resend, I set
my signature up with my photo and everything. It doesn't come out. I have to choose it.
Yeah, but in what I just showed you there, those are the pre-written emails by EN. They don't have your signature in it.
Right, okay.
Right? They just have your name default that's in there. So they're not meant to have your signature, okay? Yeah. And again, like I just showed you, you're going to be sending these out to the people who didn't open it, okay? Yeah. So that's the purpose of that. So basically, you're just sending a reminder, hey, I sent this out, you didn't open it, just thought I'd send it again, right? That sort of thing. And
so Carl, whereas we used to shorten the links in the email, so we don't need to do that anymore.
Not in those ones. No, not in those ones.
The first one sending out you shorten?
Well, you don't even have to. You don't have to do that in emails. You don't have to do that. If you're doing it, if you're using your links in like social media and stuff like that, that's recommended. Okay, but in the emails, you can have the full link that's in there. Okay, it doesn't hurt anything to have that in there. Okay, so hopefully I covered stuff. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and see because I missed the whole half of it.
Okay. Again, for $49.95, I'll send you the link.
That's how he's making his money on the side.
I gotta pay for my advertising somehow.
I think we need to increase that price just a tad bit. $49.95 is kind of getting.
Okay, for you, Nicole, I'll put it up to $99.
Oh no.
No problem.
See, just because I mentioned it, you can't increase the price.
For you, Nicole, $99.95. No problem. Here's my PayPal.
See you, Rob.
Okay, anything else we want to cover? Because we've been on here an hour. I don't know if you guys are tired of me enough yet. Or
I have to go and finish my.
Rob left.
We all good?
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. Okay, I'll get this thing up as soon as I can. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much,
Thanks,
Carl.
everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon, guys. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Carl.
You're welcome.